Alrighty, good morning or good afternoon, whenever you're watching the video. So I want to do a read aloud for our lesson 25. So our story is From Seed to Plant. Okay, so I am going to read the vocabulary words to you, and then I'm going to let our reader here do the story for you so you guys can hear someone else's voice for a little bit. So the first thing I want to do is go over the vocabulary words. So number 1, grain. It is hard to pick up only one small grain of rice. So as you can see, a grain is very, very small. Okay, so think of it as a little bit of a seed type thing. Number 2, pod. A pod or shell protects peas as they grow. So think of it as a protective layer, and it holds, as you can see in that picture, it's holding all those small peas inside. Number 3, soak. The children soak the soil with water to help the seeds grow. So you guys know what soak means, to get really, really wet. Number 4, soften. The boiling water will soften the noodles. So to make something that's hard a little bit softer. So noodles start off hard and then you put them in warm boiling water and it makes them soft, right? Number 5, root. The root of this plant grows deep into the soil. So you can see how deep the roots are. The roots are what helps the plant grow, right, and stay alive. Number 6, shoot. We planted seeds in the ground. Later we saw a shoot begin to grow. So shoot is a little small part of the plant that starts rising. Number 7, nutrition. Eating vegetables is a good way to get the nutrition that your body needs. And you guys know all about nutrition because we had a health chapter on eating healthy foods that are nutritious for your body. And number 8, tasty. I ate the whole apple because it was so tasty. So you know that tasty means good. So let's skip ahead to our story here. So like always, I want to meet the author and illustrator. So our author and illustrator is the same person this time, so Gail Gibbons. Gail Gibbons was a very curious child. Her parents say that she always asked a lot of questions. She also loved to draw and paint. One of her first jobs was doing artwork for a children's television show. After that, she wrote her first book. Since then, she has written more than 135 informational books. She loves her job because she still likes to ask questions. She finds the answers and then writes about them in her books. So, this story is an informational text, which means that it gives you facts about a topic. As you read, look for pictures and labels, facts and details, and diagrams that help explain the topic. All right, so from seed to plant.
Tulip, daisy, rose, pea, buttercup, corn. Most plants make seeds. A seed contains the beginning of a new plant. Seeds are different shapes, sizes, and colors. All seeds grow into the same kind of plant that made them. Many plants grow flowers. Flowers are where most seeds begin. Petal. The sticky part at the top of the pistil is the stigma. Stamens make yellow powder called pollen. In the center of the flower is the pistil. The parts of the flower around the pistil are the stamens. At the bottom of the pistil are tiny egg cells called ovules. A flower is made up of many parts. Before a seed can begin to grow, a grain of pollen from the stamen must land on the stigma at the top of the pistil of a flower like itself. This is called pollination. Pollination happens in different ways. Often, wind blows pollen from flower to flower. Bees, other insects, and hummingbirds help pollinate too. While they visit flowers for their sweet juice, called nectar, pollen rubs onto their bodies. Then they carry the pollen to another flower, where it comes off onto its pistil. If a pollen grain from a flower lands on the pistil of the same kind of flower, it grows a long tube through the pistil into an ovule. This is the beginning of a seed. The seeds grow inside the flower, even as the flower begins to die. As the seeds become bigger, a fruit or pod grows around them. The fruit or pod protects the seeds. When the fruit or pod ripens, it breaks open. The seeds are ready to become new plants. Some seeds fall to the ground around the base of the plant, where they will grow. Some pods or fruits open and the seeds pop out. Sometimes, when birds eat berries, they drop the seeds. Other seeds fall into streams, ponds, rivers, or the ocean. There they travel on the water until they stick to dirt along a shore. The wind scatters seeds. Some seeds have fluff on them that lets them float to the ground like tiny parachutes. Others have wings that spin as they fall. Animals help scatter seeds too. They hide acorns and nuts in the ground. Some seeds have hooks that stick to the fur of animals or people's clothes. Later, they drop off onto the ground. A flower bed or vegetable garden is beautiful. Seeds are planted to grow in the gardens. The seeds come in small envelopes or boxes. Directions explain how to plant the seeds and care for the plants. Bean, food, beginning of plant, seed coat. The beginning of a plant is curled up inside each seed. Food is stored inside the seed too. The seed has a seed coat on the outside to protect it. A seed will not sprout until certain things happen. First, it must be on or in the soil. Then it needs rain to soak the seed and soften its seed coat. Germination. Root. When the sun shines and warms the ground, the seed coat breaks open and the seed begins to grow. This is called germination. A root grows down into the soil. The root takes in water and minerals from the soil for food. Leaves. Shoot. Up grows a shoot. Green leaves grow up from the shoot toward the sun. The plant grows bigger and bigger. The leaves make food for the plant from the water and minerals in the soil, the sunlight, and the air all around the plant. Bud. Finally, the plant is full grown. Buds on the plant open into flowers where new seeds will grow. Many of the foods people eat are seeds, fruits, and pods. They are full of nutrition, vitamins, and minerals, and they are tasty too. From Seed to Plant project. How to raise bean plants. 1. Find a clean glass jar. Take a piece of black construction paper and roll it up. 2. Slide the paper into the jar. Fill the jar with water. 3. Wedge the bean seeds between the black paper and the glass. Put the jar in a warm place. 4. In a few days, the seeds will begin to sprout. Watch the roots grow down. The shoots. Watching your bean seeds while they sprout. Caring for your bean plants. 5. Put dirt into a big clay pot. 6. Carefully remove the small plants from the glass jar. Place them in the soil, covering them up to the base of their shoots. 7. Water them and watch them grow.
Alrighty, so that is the story, lesson 25, From Seed to Plant. I would encourage you to watch it a couple of times before you go on to Think Central and take the comprehension test. All right, so enjoy the video and being able to listen to the story as well as read the story, and I will talk to you guys later.